Hello everybody, it's Mirialda here once again, and welcome back to Best Day Tohka. Yes, we pulled out the Tohka figure, and isn't she just gorgeous? She is best state for a reason, don't you think? So yeah. So why did I pull best date out? Well, it's because I went on a Nendoroid ordering spree, and we got best date Tohka. So we'll pull her over to the side, and we shall start looking at the Nendoroid. I suck at unboxing Nendoroids because there's just so many options and everything. So we'll see what we can see. This is Yatogami Tohka, the Nendoroid. She is number 354. She's manufactured by Good Smile Company. She is from Date Alive and all of its little iterations. So this Nendoroid has had 3 different releases. One, which I believe this one is the original December 5th of 2013, so 10 years old, just about. The next one was March 13th of 2017, and then she was again released on August 22nd of 2019. I think she was the original one. I think that's what Ami said, but of course once you place the order, the page disappears. So yay. She was pre-owned, BB quality. I ordered her on the 27th of August, 2023. Paid on the 28th. She shipped out on the 30th, and I received her on the 31st. Tohka wasn't badly priced. She cost me 4,780 yen, or $34.17. So yeah, pretty cheap for a figure these days, even if it is 10 years old. But so on the side we got Tohka with her sword, sandal phone, and she's got the magic swooshing effect. The back shows a couple of different poses and the little signboard. Can't read what the signboard says, unfortunately. I think it's something to do like, will you date me, or the horny option, or some generic option, I don't know. Moving over to the side, we got Tohka shooting some magic, and again with the signboard and a little worried face. The top of her box is a default pose, and the bottom of the box is the angry shooting magic pose. So yay. BB means basically this figure has been opened before, and I do see it has scotch tape over the seal, and the seal is kind of peeling, so yeah. She's been used before, but that's okay. It's just a Nendoroid after all. So box is opening pretty easily. We'll flip her so she's right side up. Inside of the box is pink, says 354. There's some maybe instructions, or parts list at least. And yeah, some instructions. So, all of you Nendoroid fanatics out there, are you only supposed to use these 3? Because it kind of indicates that you are, but I don't know. I don't think it really matters, but it is what it is. So there is Tohka in her blister packaging. So slide her, spin around to the side, and the back, and then other side, and back to the front. So if she really is 10 years old, there is the possibility that she may be sticky. I know old Nendoroids often had that issue. I hope that's not the case. But let's see. So Tohka, we got her magic effect, we got sandal phone, and the sandal phone with the swoosh effect, her signboard, 2 extra faces, 2 extra hands, and an arm, and then the Nendoroid base. So yay. Let's see. Doesn't look like it's been taped or anything. So we'll pop her blister open. Come on. There we go. A couple pieces have gone flying, but that's okay. The only real plastic I'm seeing is wrapped around Tohka. That could be normal, but I don't know. Might as well get her base put together first. We'll pull her out. We've got the extra Nendo joint for the neck that Good Smile includes, just in case you snap something by accident. We've got 2 smaller brackets, I think for her signboard and maybe the magic effect if she's shooting it out of her hand. And then we've got the typical Nendo base, so 3 by 3. Okay, so I guess you are only supposed to use those 3 rows because the base, the peg, only fits in those, and the 4 ones in the center, they're too large. So yay. I do believe this is an older style support, so it doesn't have much posability. You can spin it a little bit and tilt it, but that's about it. I think most of the newer ones are more this style, kind of a ball joint, but it is what it is. So for now, we'll just stick those there, and then we'll stick a ball joint, and we'll put this off to the side. And I'm going to put the joint back in the baggie so we don't lose it. Might as well pull Tohka out. So she does have plastic. I'm just feeling for stickiness. And there might be a little bit, but nothing horrible, at least so far. I do see already there is like a little scratch right there in her hair, and then on the top of her ponytail there's a couple little paint chips. Other than that, so far she looks pretty decent condition. I don't see dust or scratches or anything. So yay. So in her default pose coming out of the box, she's got a kind of a blank expression. Eyebrows are kind of in the downward slant, kind of stern, normal expression pose. She's got some boobs, and she's got the cutouts on like her under her chest and on her hips. She has her gloves, and yeah, looking at the scale next to me, looks like all the armor pieces are there and pretty accurate. You got the little crosses on the button things. You got the bow. Her hair is a very nice color, and when you go to the back, you can really tell it's like a pearl paint. Looks good. The top ponytail is on a joint, so you can move it around. Her ribbon is well done. It's got the nice shading in there and everything. And she is wearing some black ones. And yeah, overall, so far it looks good. We'll go ahead and just set her down back here. Alternate face-wise, we got the angry yelling face, and we got the kind of worried, embarrassed face. So you can do different poses. Magic effect. Okay, it does have a hole for one of those supports, and it is spinning as it flies through the air as she shoots it out. We'll pull out Sandal Foam, which is the name of her sword. And it is a large sword. It is accurate to the scale. And it's pretty pointy, so yeah, could be sharp. Don't stab yourself. Be careful. The sandal phone with the wind effect does not have a handle, so I think you're probably supposed to be able to take it apart. Yep. So the handle and guard comes off that piece and onto this piece. And as I'm handling things, I do feel a little sticky, but again, it's kind of to be expected with an older figure, but it's not something that I'm even considering giving her a bath over, because it could just be sticky fingers too. Pull out her arm. This one's kind of a bent arm. And the hand twist. I think this is kind of her. She's embarrassed and kind of holding her heart. But you can see like her shoulder armor and everything. And how it's strapped onto her bicep. And 4 little fingers and a thumb. Over here. Okay, we've got a hand with a little hole, so this is the one that holds the sword. And then we have another hand with a hole, so you can have her hold it in either hand. It's up to you to decide how you want to do that. And then we've got her signboard, which, again, I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what it says, but it is kind of on a glittery base. So it's like the signboards that pop up when they're trying to decide what questions to ask the spirit to, progress the date. It's got the spot to insert the peg for the support. And I think this I'm just going to leave in the box since I don't know how to read Japanese, which is kind of surprising because it's been, how many years have I been watching anime and everything? So yeah. So we'll take Tohka's face off. Okay, it can come off without removing her head. So we'll compare all 3 faces now. We'll throw one face down. So yeah. Her kind of normal expression, she is kind of looking off to the side. So maybe you're supposed to have her at a little bit of an angle. But yeah, it's all up to you how you want to display her. Let's do a couple different poses. So of course, simply the default pose. Put that back on. And she's not going to be holding anything, so. Okay, this could be difficult. So I'm just experimenting. So she twists at the neck, obviously neck joint. She also twists under her bust. So the body twists. Her legs, they rotate, but they do not move forward or back or bend at the knee or anything. And a piece has just fallen off of her skirt. Okay, that is also on a ball joint. So maybe, let me go ahead and take her head off if I can. Oh, body came apart. Yeah. So I just want to look. Okay, yeah, so her hip armor does rotate a little bit on that ball joint, so let's pop that back in. And then her arm, again, they rotate. They don't bend elsewhere, but the hands rotate. And then there is the hole on her back for the base, the support for the base. So I'm just going to get that in there now. And then we can put her body on. And then, since we're doing this, let's go ahead and let's do the embarrassed face. So we'll switch her arm. Have her kind of holding her chest. And embarrassed face. Put the head on there. Embarrassed face. How many times am I going to say embarrassed face? Okay, that is a pretty tight fit. Poking her eyes out with my thumbs as I squeeze. So there is kind of embarrassed Tohka. Looks pretty good, like she's, you know, kind of maybe confessing her love to you, or you've taken her breath away. Yeah. You can, again, rotate her head, maybe have her looking down a little bit. So, again, it's Nendoroids. It's hard for me to display them on camera and everything because I don't even know how to pose them or anything, and I'm used to scale figures that are pretty static. Let's go ahead and look at, maybe we'll do a fighting pose, and then we'll go back to like the default and we'll call the video done. How's that sound? So, get the angry fighting face on. We'll turn her head so we can pop off her arm, and we'll put her normal arm on. Actually, I'm going to pop her hand off as well, and we'll give her, so this is her left hand. Is this the right one? Yeah. We'll have that one there, and we'll have her kind of slashing sandal foam. We'll put that into her hand. Pretty tight fit, so I'm not going to push too much harder. Get that back onto her arm. And then at the same time, go ahead and put her hair back on. Oops, arm fell off. Put that back on. Maybe spin her head so her arm gets under her hair. Twist her hand. And then we'll get the little magic missile she's shooting. We'll peg that into there. At least we'll try. Again, this is old figure, so got to be careful with the plastic. We'll peg it into that hole. And there she is. She's fighting and shooting a magic missile. And then maybe sandal phone, maybe she's not concentrating on the sword, but more magic, so she's not really swinging. There we go. And then we can take away the magic. We can put her arms down and just have her holding the sword. We'll switch her face out. And I think this will probably be how I display her. I'll decide later, of course. But we'll put the default face back on. Put her arm back on, which fell off again. And there we go. There is Tohka in kind of a default pose, but holding her weapon. And just for comparison, put her up there with the scale. And which Tohka do you like better? I like the scale. But Tohka is best date, so she gets the Nendoroid treatment. I don't have very many Nendoroids, but all the ones that I do have are of best girl. And Tohka is best girl in Date Alive, so best date, so she gets the Nendoroid treatment. So we'll go ahead and, since she is the star of the show this time, works. We'll go ahead and do a spin and close this off. This is Yatogami Tohka. She is from Data Live. This is the Nendoroid version of her, number 354. She originally released on, I believe, December 5th of 2013. I believe this is the original release of her. She was BB at AmiAmi pre-owned, and I paid 4,780 yen for her, or $34.17. Being 10 years old, I did feel a little bit of sticky on my fingers. It's not necessarily her. It could just be, humidity and oils in the fingers, but I don't remember this feeling with newer figures. But I don't see any glistening, and it's not super sticky or anything. Like, it's not sticking. It just feels a little bit on the fingers. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Nendoroid. I hope a couple of you are happy. Because I don't normally get Nendoroids. I get big, beautiful scales. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you soon for another Nendoroid. Woohoo! Anyways, bye-bye.